I just turned the recording on.
Yeah, I'll mute because there might be some noise in my house. So
Okay.
I'm going to download the file and read it as soon as I can. Thanks.
There's just one file, the court forms for the sheriff Rev 1, right?
No, that I posted up there this morning. This file was posted up around 7:30 tonight.
Oh, okay. I'll take a look for it.
It's pretty simple. I only have one possible question on it.
Oh, I see it. It's called the official bankrupt voting ballot. Okay.
Right.
Okay, Tom.
Hi, Patrick.
Yeah. How many you got on there?
We have 11 now.
Okay, has everybody downloaded the official bankrupt voting trust voting ballot?
Not yet. I'm doing it now.
I haven't found it yet. I'm looking. I'm going to go to Con.
Should be in your email and also on the Skype group.
Yes, it is. How is it saying waiting to accept?
Pardon?
It's telling me it's waiting to accept, so I guess it'll take a few minutes to download from the Skype.
On Skype?
Yeah. I'll mute.
Was it connecting? You should be able to connect. Well,
yeah.
if lots of people are downloading it,
it'll take it.
Yeah, that means we're all sharing my not too fast upload speed.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
I've got about a 100K upload speed.
Okay, now you're talking computer science. Okay.
Right.
All right, cool.
Or if you get it from the Yahoo site, it should all download pretty fast from there.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch over because it's taking so long.
Yeah, because we're all sharing a slow speed through Skype, but each one of you can have full speed over the internet to Yahoo.
Yeah. Oh, Beetle.
Did you get the fax? Tom.
Pardon?
Did you get the fax posted up too?
Yes, I have the fax posted up. I just recognize the text, and then
those that extra page of words that
yes.
I have posted up there.
Yes, I posted all the 3 pages that you posted up there. Looks like they all go together. See, are there new words in here? It probably is. I think you probably have the trust in here. Oh, yeah, all new words. Okay, voting trust, termination of trust, and power.
Okay, has everybody got those files downloaded yet?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it right now. I'm doing official bankrupting voting, yeah.
Right.
Voting ballot.
Yeah, there should be 3 files
yeah, I got it.
there.
Got it now.
There's 3 pages in it. I did it all in one file.
Now, the voting ballot is just one page by itself, and then there's a facts example, and then there's another page of a few definitions out of the Ballot Times Dictionary.
Right.
Termination is the result of the vote, I see. Yeah. Voting trust.
A quorum of 1 votes unanimously.
I found it.
Okay, has everybody else got it downloaded?
Yeah.
I don't know what that Q&A session is.
The whole right side of my screen is sensitive, even though there's a Q&A button. When I go to click other stuff, sometimes it does the Q&A thing. When I turn it on, I turn it off right away. I don't know what it is. I have to read about it.
Okay. You other people, do you all have this downloaded? This official bankrupt voting trust ballot. I know you don't have it, Harold, but I'll try and go through and explain it. Well, can't you guys talk?
Yeah, we're reading right now, Patrick.
I mean, there's other people out there besides you, Steve and Tom, and a couple others. I mean, there's other people on the line. There was 11 supposedly a little while ago.
14 now.
I've only heard about 3 voices. Okay?
They're all deaf mute.
Damn. I can't believe how dead you people are.
Sounds like a Mormon restaurant in there.
Yeah. I mean, come on, people. Wake up. Speak.
Hello, Pat.
Yeah.
This is Kurt.
Okay.
Hi,
I'm
this
at
is
work.
Pat.
I'm at work just checking in to let you know I'm here, but I can't download it. So I'm one of the silent ones.
I was muted because I was eating.
Okay, but you got the form downloaded.
I did. I got I got your fax.
Yeah, it's 5 pages, it says, the last one. Okay.
No, 3. Should be 3 pages.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's probably the one from this morning.
All right, that's a different one I'm looking at.
You need to get the one that the first page should be official bankrupt voting trust.
There it is. Got it.
Voting
I'm going to
ballot.
print it out.
The title I put out there was Official Bankrupt Voting Ballot.
Hey, I like that fancy thing you have around it.
Yeah.
Well, you could change that, okay? I just came up with that one basically off of my word.
No, I like it.
I mean, you can make it as fancy as you want it. You can even make the paper all colored if you want to.
Well, I'm going to put it on parchment paper.
I thought colors.
Yeah, you can put it on Neapolitan paper if you want to. I don't care.
Yeah, I got a whole box of parchment paper to do this with.
Hey, you put hell? No, hell, yes.
Okay. Yeah, but the third question leaves it up to us.
Might as well put it in there. That's where we are right now, is in hell.
Yeah.
Call a spade. A scoop shovel, okay? A hoe.
And there's plenty of those on their side.
Okay. I don't know. I haven't heard too many more people click in. So anyway, going through the Bankruptcy Act of 1938, and then also the Bankruptcy Act of 1976 again this morning. I went in there and I tried to find as many entries for bail, B-A-I-L, as I could. I found 3 entries in 100 pages for the 1938 Bankruptcy Act. 3. And they were all for the bailiff. The same thing for the 1976 Bankruptcy Act. 3 entries, and they were all for the bailiff. Well, basically, if you've got a bailiff, you've got to have a bailment. And if you've got a bailment, then you have to have a bailee and a bailor. Where in the hell are they? They weren't listed. So how did they hide it away? Well, basically, if you go through the thing and search by trustee, then you find out that the U.S. trustees do not have jurisdiction over one item, and that was a voting trust certificate. Why didn't they have jurisdiction over that? Because that is your certificate of live birth.
Mm.
You were supposed to vote that when you turned 21. They dropped the age down to 18 so you could start voting it at the age of 18. You couldn't claim it, okay, until you turned 21. But you could vote it up and down of whether you wanted to settle the item. That's why some people have gone into court and basically vetoed something, and basically the court backs up. Because if you have the right to vote, you have the right to veto. And then you also have the right to declare something is voidable. So now you've got 3 V's. Vote, veto, and void. I forget what that Latin phrase was. I come, I see, I conquer.
Veni, vidi, vici.
Yeah. And what did it start with? V. All 3 of them.
Yes.
Yeah. The 3 V's. I come, I see, and I conquered. And that's what you're doing with this. And you have the right to vote, because that was what was given to you at the age of 21. You become a full-fledged voter as an elector at the age of 25. So basically anybody that had military would be able to claim that at the age of 25 to vote that DD 214. Because that's another voting trust certificate. Now, where do the votes go to? They all go to the Secretary of State. And you basically put your vote in, your ballot in, you keep it in your private records, and you send them a copy. I got 3 voting trust requirements. Has to be a voting trustee of age. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to be a voting trustee. The voting trustee has to be the sole inherent owner as the true bailor, creditor, grantor of this voting trust. You are. Now, when you do a vote for something else, like your deceased relatives voting trust, then you'll have to change that, and basically then you'll have to put the other voting parties on there. Or if they don't show up, you'll have to identify that they were not present for the vote and why they weren't present. Then the items to be voted on. Continuous voting trust. I got two choices. Yes with a little box, and hell no with a big box. Hopefully you mark the big box. Then I have execute the quasi-voting trust beneficiary debtor Bailey. Question mark. United States, all capital, State of Iowa, corporate citizen, Patrick Devine, all capital, a.k.a. also known as Patrick Paul Devine. Then I have hell yes with a big box and no with a little box. Hopefully you mark the big box again. I got a little kinder on the next one. It just says terminate this U.S./Iowa corporate voting trust. Yes, straight up and down, no. But yes is the one that has the big box. Hopefully you mark that one. And then you send a copy of this official voting trust ballot to the Secretary of State in order to purge all the public records of this quasi-voting trust. Send a copy of this official voting trust ballot to your local district bankruptcy court, clerk of the court. They're to notify the main bankruptcy clerk of the court in D.C. of the termination of this voting trust. And the clerk is also to notify the U.S. bailiffs, the U.S. marshals, to settle this voting trust bailment books and then deliver the voting trust assets to you. Up at the very top, the blanks that are there are you put your state in. Okay? Then you put, as a dash, then you put your name that's on that trust. You could either put it in capital or basically whatever's on the trust certificate. And then you put the voting trust bailment number, which is your certificate of live birth. That's what that certificate is registered under, as a voting trust bailment. Even though they don't use the word, it's a bailment. Because they end up utilizing it as a bailment in their quasi system. They have to. So it has to be in a bailment status to utilize it properly. I don't think there's anything more to it. You get this thing into them, and basically you close the thing down by your vote. You've had this power ever since you turned 21. You just had to vote it in or out, up or down. And see, that's all they're trying to do, is get you in the court and to get you to vote. But you refuse to vote.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty simple. It had to be simple.
Yeah.
But it was hidden away pretty damn well. And if I hadn't known what I was looking for, and then the way I search things, I'm all over the board, and I'm looking for different things, and then when I see something that's out of sync, I zero in on it. Then you can go in and read those definitions: voting trust, termination of trust, and power. The other words I've had Tom post up yesterday or this morning, whatever. I wouldn't hesitate to go ahead and do the writs of execution, but I would get this thing in, and this ought to be the real kicker right here.
This should go in first then, huh?
Huh?
This should go in first.
Well, yeah, you should be able to get this one out tomorrow morning.
Right, but we should send it in. Do we still send in the other case to the bankruptcy court, or does this replace it?
No, I would do the others, I said.
Okay.
Also.
Okay. So
keep hammering them, okay? Let them know that you're not going to sit by and wait for them to do something.
Right.
You keep after them. You make their life miserable. They've made your life pretty damn miserable all these years.
Okay.
Turnabout's fair play.
So this is the
might as well get some value back out of them.
Yep. So this is the official declaration, and then the other paperwork is just keep hammering on them until they do it.
No, that's official too, okay?
Okay, yeah, true.
Okay? But this is the vote that you should have been casting all your life. Not voting for those nitwits in office. Everybody thinks that's where the real power's at. No. When you control the money, okay, with this voting trust, now you're controlling the money. Now you control the politicians. That damn simple. You take the money away from them, and then basically they have to hear you. They have to come to you to get assets if they want to do something. If you take all the money away from them, they will be knocking at your door, begging you. But if you don't vote this thing out, then basically, yeah, they've got a free will over it. Or free reigns, not will. They don't have too much wills.
That's a really nice voting ballot. I like it. And
well, you can make up your own. You can make it fancier. Okay, I just threw this together.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm going to do my own little tweaking on it. And it says on the bottom, recorded, signed, sealed, and dated, and we seal it with our embosser, right?
Yeah, I put my thumbprint and basically signed it. And Mr. Patrick Devine put my thumbprint, and then I put my embossment. I put a 3-cent stamp above that so that I got it all underneath the embossment. Then I embossed it, and then I put my green seal over the top of it. There was a reason why I chose green, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you guys, after last night, you guys ought to see where I'm coming up with that green.
Yes.
I have to go get green now.
Yeah. Well, basically, you can go get a bottle of green ink and just try and dry the other one out and clean it up, wash it up or something, and then put green ink in it.
Yeah. True owner. True owner is
you are the true inherent owner, or the sole inherent owner.
I like that. Okay.
Now, see, basically, that's what my hospital birth certificate says, that I have the right to inherit. Well, if I have the right to inherit, I must be the inherent owner. Because I'm inheriting stuff from my forefathers.
This should serve as a much stronger form of your trump card then, because it's revoking everything.
Well, it revokes that one, but like I said, if you've got a DD-214 form,
right,
you're going to have to do one for it.
But in terms of the court case, just voting this ballot takes the power away from the court to generate bonds.
Yes. If you show them this vote that you have now, that you've recorded, that you have voted to terminate this trust, now everything is dead in the water.
Okay.
All attachments to that are dead in the water. You just voted the termination of that trust. Now all items have to be brought in a settlement.
Now, by recorded, you don't mean that we actually go to the county and record this?
Hell no.
No. We just
You
keep it
record it in your records. Okay,
right,
this is a private item.
Right, okay.
You stay away from those damn public recordings.
That's what I figured, but the word triggered off a question.
Now, is there any questions on this? This should give you the full deal.
Patrick, could you just repeat what comes after the state on the top line where there's a dash?
For the state of, then
Yeah.
you put, like Missouri, Ohio, Michigan, New York.
Yeah.
Then
and
it's dash. Then it's your name. Then it's a dash U.S. Corporate Voting Trust.
Okay.
Or the voting trust certificate of live birth. So you got to have the name that appears on that voting that certificate of live birth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
You know, this really brings home and lends credence to all that paperwork that we're submitting.
Yeah, it basically puts and they've been asking us for a vote. You go through a bunch of the bankruptcy forms, and what are they asking for? A vote from the voting trustees. If you look in the bankruptcy actions, they have it there. And you're the sole voting trustee for this voting trust.
Patrick?
Yeah.
Each person has to individually send it to the clerk of, fax it into the clerk of court wherever they live, not where they were born. Or not.
No, I would send it to you send it to the bankruptcy court that you're presently in.
Right, California.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That you are domiciled in right now for the last 180 days. That's what the bankruptcy court has jurisdiction over, is your last 160 or 80 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you would send one of these to the Secretary of State to where you are domiciled at, and also your home birthing state, Secretary of State.
So that would be New York, California, and the LA, and then the state of California, and then since I'm naturalized, that's either New York or Washington. I think it's Washington. All right, cool.
Yeah, get them to purge all those public voting trusts. Get your name off the books. Get not your name, but your quasi debtor's name off the books. He no longer exists. You just executed him.
Do you since I'm not a man, do I have to use all the names that I've used before, like my maiden name, my first
Well,
marriage?
basically, if you've got them recorded somewhere and basically you've utilized them out there in different states, you're probably not going to use the same name in every state, okay, under your marriage certificate, okay? Now, if you had a name change by court record, then basically you've got that covered. But I would list them, okay? I would list them, okay?
Okay.
Go the extra step, okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What about the marriage license? That still stays?
The what?
Marriage license.
That is under that initial, it's an attachment to that voting trust bailment.
Okay.
Now, basically, and if you do that termination that I had up there, going, the writ of execution going to the U.S. Marshals and to the Secret Service, and listing all of those items on there, then you've got that covered. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't let this be the whole deal here. I would still do those writs of execution.
Yeah, that would be wise.
Now, at least that way you've got everything documented.
This is beautiful, Patrick. I love hearing the way you dug it out. Thank you.
Yeah, and basically you guys can check this all out and go to the bankruptcy actions there in the statutes at large.
Yeah, I'll put
Do a word search in there, okay? That's what the computers are for, okay?
Right.
Is you open up a PDF and then you do a word search in that PDF. You don't go through and read the whole thing. The one for 1938 is 100 pages. The one for 76 is 130 or 60 pages. I forget which one it was. And most of it is garbage. It doesn't really apply to us. It was just the few items that were applicable to us, and even voting trusts, it's only identified in the 1938 volume there about 4 times. But it's a very big item. But they didn't want to harp on it because it might expose people, but they had to have the remedy there if the people could see it. And only a blind bat like me could see something like that in the darkness.
You got good radar.
Sonar. I was in the submarine.
Oh, sonar. Okay.
Okay, any questions on this? I got mine in this afternoon, so basically now this ought to really get them off the table in the morning.
Yep.
Because it wasn't until about 3:30 to 4 o'clock somewhere in there that basically it finally got into them, and probably really didn't phase them right away, so I'll probably have to sleep on this one.
Hey, Tom, can you do a doc of it and post it?
I have to figure out how to do the border, but except for the border, I know I can do it. But it would be very easy if you don't have Adobe Acrobat, just go up on pdfescape.com and you can type onto the lines.
No, just take that form right there, print it out, handwrite the thing in, and do one for each state, okay? If you got more than one state, put the other state in there.
I do. God,
okay.
Okay.
Now, don't try to make this too damn complicated. Don't tie Tom up. Trying to get Tom out so he can have a little life before he ends his life.
I have a 50-year
He's up there
plan.
in his years. Come on, give this guy a break.
I have a 50-year plan, Patrick.
We want you to...
I have a 50-year plan.
Yeah, 50-year plan. I know. We're supposed to be able to live to 120, but I don't know. That's pushing it with all the garbage that they've thrown at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to embellish it. You just need to get the words out there.
Yeah.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, and you just need to get this thing in the system as fast as possible. Even if you have a court case right now, you turn around and you file this into that court case. That will stymie that damn court case. You just voted them to terminate the trust. And see, all their charges are against the trust.
That's right. Each and every time.
And they try to utilize you as part of that trust bailment, keeping you in hell. And that's why I use the word hell no and hell yes.
Yeah, hell.
I'm giving them a little hell. I'm a little hellion.
No, I've got a friend who really needs his first court case, and then we can move to the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, basically it's that damn simple. That's all that some of these people have done is gone in there and basically vetoed something, and basically that court case was dismissed.
Even a foreclosure court case, this would work against, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But not against non-judicial. You need the rest of it.
I don't know. You can do it in the bankruptcy court with your birth number in it.
Huh?
I said you could do that in the bankruptcy court with your with your live birth certificate number against any debt.
Because it's against...
well, even in any district court. I mean, if they've got a criminal charge against you, those criminal charges are fraudulent charges anyway. They're voidable charges. Go in and read what voidable charges are and the voidable crimes. Look up all the definitions under void. Look up all the definitions under vote. Look up all the definitions under veto in Ballot's dictionary. You'll be shocked.
I bet.
So you could take your mortgage, your foreclosure documents, and add your birth certificate number in to take it to the clerk of the court. She would have to dispose of it. Or he.
Yes, but basically if you turn this whole thing in, they're shutting down the trust. Now, they will basically go after everything that's attached to that trust.
That's right.
Exactly, because it's all in your capital letter name.
No, it's all in the trust.
In the trust?
In the trust, okay? Whether it's capital letter, small letter, I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, so don't worry about the name, okay? It's in the trust, the voting trust.
Okay.
Patrick, you have from Mr. Patrick Devine. Is it, I know this might be a little stupid question, but can I put from, my last name, comma, first name, AKA, and then put my regular name? All right.
You're putting down your quasi-debtor, okay? What name do they have on your driver's license in all capital letters? What name do they have on the certificate of title to your house in all capital letters? That is the person the key person that you're putting down is your debtor. Your name is down below as Mr. or Mrs. Joe Smith, okay?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Capital first letter, small letters. However you want to sign it, I don't care. Okay?
I'm looking at the form, but I don't see.
The form is not that hard.
No, it isn't.
This is the easiest form we've ever had to fill out.
Yeah, it's like 2 pages of definitions.
How come you're trying to make it as hard as possible? Come on.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. It's the definition. It's the form that matters.
Yes. The action. What is taking place? You're voting.
That's it.
I feel freer already.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
And basically, some places may have to act a little faster. I may have one of the slowest states in the country here.
No, you can't. You can't be slower than New York.
I think if they get yours, they're gonna do it right away just to get you out.
Well, they'll probably be pretty slow on me because basically they don't want me to put this word out that, yeah, I'm out of the system. They'll try and drag it out as long as they can because I've given them so damn much grief and everything else.
I know. That's why they want to get you out the way.
New York
But if we
would
don't,
squeeze a dime out of a turnip.
oh God! But if we don't hear from Patrick, that means he's out, and we won't be able to listen to his great voice.
Well, you don't need to hear anything. I told you the answer right here.
Mm.
This is it. Okay, this is going from 99% to 100%. Okay? Bill said last night I had 99%. Okay? I just gave you the other 1%, so we finished it off. I'm done.
Is he on the line?
Now, pass the word. Okay?
Yeah.
Get it out there. Show the other people, hey, this is all you need to do. Get down there and vote.
Yeah. This is the key to the door.
Vote out.
No, they'll go down there with their voting card and tell them I want to vote. You know, explain it to them.
Yeah. You got money out of this vote. The other one, the other vote, you're getting screwed. But this one, you get money back.
You got
yeah, I'm going to go vote. Check out if I'm going to get money.
Oh, they'll beat you down there.
Yeah.
You tell them something about money.
Yeah, this is the old $10. I'll give you $10 to go vote. Here's your $10. Go vote. Get everybody to be down there voting.
Can I put this on top of my recipe?
You can do it however you want to, okay?
Okay.
Just get it in.
Yes. I said that earlier. If you've already got the other stuff in, see, mine got in there to the court this morning. I turn around now, put my vote in. Said, here, I'm going to follow up. I'm voting this thing totally terminated. I was right in my other regards but they don't have it in their bankruptcy book as being a trust bailment. So I know it is a bailment in the process. Okay, any other questions? Okay.
This is
all the night, Tom.
But this is
Talk to you later. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Patrick, when do you
Thank
party?
you.
When do you party, man?
Hey, Thomas.
Yeah.
This is great. I'm just reading it over and over again.
This is a nice nugget.
No, what he suggested earlier when I asked the question is if we haven't sent our stuff in, that we send this in to the bankruptcy court, and then the next day send in the other stuff.
You're not going to send the other stuff in?
No, the next day you send the other stuff in.
So this is priority.
Yeah.
This vote is trustees
Yeah,
vote
I think
is priority.
by putting the vote in separately, it really draws attention to it.
Well, you can send it in first, and then.
Well, if you send the vote in, you might be out of the system before you put anything else in.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but remember the vote is a general statement. The other paperwork gets down to everything that you want eliminated.
I mean, they eliminate everything with the vote.
Yes, but it doesn't specify what the other stuff is in the vote.
Well, unless you add it in.
Right.
If you add it in,
I think it would be better to keep the vote clean and then add it in with the following follow-up paperwork.
So the vote is just a name. It says
right. The vote is so simple that they can't argue. But if you start putting other stuff in, they could start arguments.
It says items to be voted on, and then number 2, it says the United States / states of, and then your state, and then it says corporate citizen, your all cap name. AKA is the
all your aliases.
AKA is all your aliases?
Yes.
So the corporate citizen is your all cap name. All right, I have to listen.
Right. I mean, but as a corporate citizen with your all cap name, you have the choice of no middle name, a middle initial, or the whole middle name. So you would put all 3 of those down.
So the corporate citizen would be all the names that you use.
Yeah. Well, you put
and
on the
AKA
top.
would be your clan real name.
Yeah.
Local.
And you put your maiden name in there also.
Mm-hmm. Oh, AKA is also your maiden name and your now name.
Because your birth certificate probably has your maiden name on it.
It does, yeah. And then yeah. Oh, okay.
I
So the corporate citizen can be 4 names that you've used.
Yeah.
I got my maiden name. I was married once, second time.
Because the reason you want all the other names is that those other names may be on different certificates.
They are.
So you want to tie them all together. Any name that's been used on the certificate you're trying to cash in, put them down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when some people get baptized, they pick a middle or like a second name, and that's another part.
That's another variation. Put it in.
That's another variation. Yeah.
Yeah, I put in Thomas Weidler, Thomas J. Weidler, Thomas James Weidler.
All the names you've used, and then the AKA is Mr. and your real name.
No, these are only the straw man AKA names. The way they are on your certificates, not the way you're using them as a living person.
Okay, so the corporate citizen would be your all cap name now, and the AKA would be all the other names?
No, it would be the variations of your all cap name.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I mean, he has it as Patrick Devine, Patrick P. Devine, Patrick Paul Devine.
That's the AKA.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Now, my question on the third one was he didn't have hell yes. He may not have had hell yes because he didn't have room for it.
On the third one, it has.
On the third line, I could see an argument for not terminating it is, would you be able to get your ongoing taxes? Now, probably the answer to that is, compared to what you're going to get in your assets, the ongoing taxes are Mickey Mouse.
Mm. Is that the follow-up action, the bottom part?
Pardon?
What part are you looking at? The follow-up action?
No, items to be voted on, number 3.
Oh, terminated? Terminate this U.S.?
Yeah. The only reason I could see for voting no is that if that helped you get the ongoing taxes, which is royalties from oil and import taxes and all that kind of stuff. You wrote that.
But he says, but yes.
But he said yes. You know, and I can understand why. Just get it over with and not keep dragging on the Mickey Mouse stuff.
So that would be number 3 would be your cat's name again. Terminate this U.S. What would go in there?
Yeah, but he doesn't have as much room there.
Yeah. If we're writing it, we can squeeze it in. But no, you're right. It needs to be clear.
Well, so the question would be, should that be the state
Yes.
or your name? And I think it probably should be the state.
Number 3?
Yes.
Terminate U.S. State California Corporate Voting Trust.
Did Patrick leave the call?
Yeah, Patrick left the call, and I don't have any problem with that. He explained this thing fully.
Yeah.
Now, one point while we're still here, Patrick would really like when he comes on the hall to hear us be talking about things instead of just silently waiting for him.
Yeah. He wants to hear us yapping.
Like a bunch of dummies.
Yeah, well, I'd like to hear us ask questions among ourselves like we're doing now. We should be having this kind of talk going on when he signs on.
All right.
What is in the blank for number 1 on the next section? Copy of this official voting trust ballot to the
Ohio Secretary of State.
Oh, okay.
United States, State of Ohio. And then it's a corporate citizen, and it's the same thing again with the names.
Yeah, we can send a lot of these in.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my first impression when I saw this, that it potentially, in a way, replaces things. But the point he makes is, I think, right on the button. Yes, it really turns off the light, but the other stuff keeps saying yes, and I want money for this, and I want money for that, and I want money for the other thing.
Right. Yeah, we can go back to every state where we have lived, and
I don't think so. I think we need to do it to all the states, because when I went in and did the routing number, every bank took it. Like Chicago, I never lived in Chicago. It took it.
I don't want to do 50, honey. No way. Just a state.
No. I'm just saying, why did they have the routing number and the account number linked in Chicago when I never lived there? So it's interesting.
That is interesting.
Because it's probably on the federal level.
It's probably just the system.
Yeah, so we just do it where we live.
But, I have a driver's licenses for 3 states and voter cards for 3 states.
Yeah.
And I asked Patrick a couple of calls ago, are this like the passport that maybe, even though they're expired for use as a driver's license or voter card, they're still getting my assets off of it? And he says, yes, they are.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So we cancel any certificates we had anywhere.
So whatever
but this is good because it'll take care of all those miscellaneous certificates.
Yeah.
So we do it for every state we have a driver's license in or lived in.
And any kind of certificate you have from, right.
Because I've got a lot of professional certificates that are just all over the place. I mean, they're just too many to list, You
travel and work?
Yeah, and I've got a lot of credentials that, I took classes for. I've got my RD and I've got my IBCLC, because I did a lot of medical stuff. So I've got all those extra things, and they're registered with the state and they're registered with different boards. So won't this take care of all those?
Well, it's saying at the top.
What a state of?
Well, they're all part of the trust, but on this document we're not naming them.
Right.
So it's a follow-up document where we're naming everything that you still have to do. if you want
okay.
to take care of those.
All right.
So
you don't have to list all those, do you?
Pardon?
You don't have to list all those type of certificates.
Yes, we do it on the writs of execution.
Oh my God.
Is that you, Bill?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm
glad you're alive and well. So we do we do the fact.
Oh, is that Bill?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Bill.
Being so smart.
Bill.
Bill, I have to tell you something.
He came on just to give us trouble.
I know. I said, that is Lauren. This Bill, right hand.
Tell
this
us,
is
Pat.
Lauren.
Bill, Pat has something to tell you. Go ahead.
It's with the EFTPS or what, those letters.
What do you want to know about it?
Well, I made my payment, and
How did you make the payment? What you made it? What type of what did you do?
Well, it's for taxes for the year of 2012.
What numbers did you use?
What number?
Yeah, account number.
I didn't get that.
What account numbers you use?
I used on the back of the Social Security card, and I matched that up with the Federal Reserve Bank.
All right.
Do you have an escape number?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I did. Now, we did this at the same time. I just got a zero balance back from the IRS today.
Okay.
I did the same thing. I used the Social Security number. I think I did. Now, I'm not sure. I was thinking, I'm not so sure what I did, really, as far as those two numbers. Bill said I used the my state number.
Oh. Well, get this. I did it through my husband, for his thing. Now, they lost his number. It's like there's no record of his number now.
Which number?
Let me tell you what I did. I did it for they transfer all my taxes to my wife. Okay? They told my wife she owed $29,000.
Uh-huh.
And so what I did, I went in and just took it and paid it.
Oh, okay. Well,
under my name.
Bill, did you use the estate EIN number as the account number or the routing?
That's what you got to
use the Federal Reserve routing number.
So you use the estate EIN number as the routing number?
No,
the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
The Federal Reserve, that's on the letter on the back of the Social Security card?
Yeah, that's so what is the account number?
The back of the Social Security card.
I thought Bill said it was the estate EIN number.
Oh.
Hey.
I can't hear you, Bill.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah. Now.
Oh, that's much better. That's much better.
This is something that we find out through trial and error.
All right.
Anybody that has an estate, when you fill it out, you click up on the business. Don't click up on the individual.
Okay.
All right? Click up on if you got an estate or trust, you click it up on and you put your estate or trust number in there.
All right.
Okay? You must put that in there.
As in the account number.
If your estate is John Doe Estate, you write John Doe Estate.
Oh.
Not L. Okay?
Yeah.
Reason being is that the reason they get kicked back is they will deal with a state trust like a corporation. You go in as an individual and kick it back.
Mhm.
Okay, if that's making any sense to you.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
Okay.
the other thing is with your state number, when you put your estate number and you want to pay whoever, you can pay whoever taxes that you want to.
Right.
But you gotta, you still use that the Federal Reserve number.
You mean the bank, Federal Reserve Bank, that matches the letter?
But you come up under that estate number.
Okay.
All right, and that will open up everything for you.
Okay.
Let me reiterate that so I get it clearly. You put in the name as a business, not an individual.
Right.
And then the business would be the exact name, John Doe Estate.
Or trust, or however.
Or trust, or whatever it is. And then you put in the Federal Reserve Bank, which is, say, mine is Chicago, and then I use the account as the back of the Social Security number goes on the account.
No, the estate number does, from what you're saying.
Is it the back of the Social Security number is the account, or the estate number is the account?
The estate is the account, you said, right, Bill?
All right. What we find out that the estate number would be your account.
Oh, okay. So the estate number is the account, but it matches up with the Federal Reserve Bank of your letter on the back of your number.
Because they're looking at you as the how you say the individual.
All right. So then you have to put business, and you have to use the estate EIN number as the account number, but you have to put the Federal Reserve Bank number for the G letter on the back of the Social Security.
Right.
And is it a checking account or a savings account?
It's still savings.
Savings, yeah. But you know what I did? I put individual. I didn't put business.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. See, that's what they look at. Even though if you try to go in there, you have your numbers right, but they look at a corporation. They'll look at you. If you go in there as an individual, then you can have the numbers right. They're gonna kick you out.
Okay.
So we put in the name, the whole name as it is, with the estate name. Then we kick business for the account, and the signature. When you do the signature, does it have to be the same as the executor name? Like mine is first, middle, last, and then it has EX. I have to put that in the electronic signature box?
That's right.
Okay, that's what I thought.
If you an executor or administrator or trustee, you gotta put it because they ask for your title.
Right, you have to put it exactly like that on the paper they sent you.
And what is the routing number? The estate number?
No.
The Federal Reserve.
Federal Reserve, whatever Federal Reserve is coming out of.
Right, so mine is G, mine is Chicago.
All right.
I would put Chicago routing number, but I put my estate EIN number as the account.
Ah, right. Okay.
Is that right, Bill?
That's right.
Oh, I'm going to do it again. This is going to be like the fourth time I'm going to be doing it.
Because they won't let me put the Social Security number in. I mean, it's like...
Did we put our Social Security number when we first sign up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't let me put it in. And I re-registered, and I got the thing back today, and it's like, we can't find this person. We can't find this person. And I verified the number. I called them, and I verified the number with her, and she says, yes, that's correct. And I get a letter back today saying they can't find them.
The reason they keep back because you're dealing with the estate. You can't deal with the individual.
But he doesn't.
But he's only got a 98 EIN, not an estate number.
If he got a trust, it's still trust or estate the same way.
Yeah, either one should work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I get it.
So, Bill, we can use the 98 trust instead of the estate number?
Well, it depends. Yeah. It depends on you. It depends on you because some people got the trust, some people got estate, some people got estate and trust. So it depends on you.
I got both.
If you overpay it, would you get a refund?
Ask Lawrence.
I don't know if he's on.
Is Lawrence there?
So listen, Bill, you mean I can use the estate, my foreign grantor's number, or I can use my estate number?
Yeah, that's what he said at the beginning.
Yeah. So I could use either one. Either one. Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah, because I registered for the 98, so I could just pay the bill and then see. I'm wondering if they want $22,000 from us, so I'm.
This way. I'm going to log on now and try it this way.
I'm thinking if I overpay it, they'll send me money back.
Yeah, why not? Overpay it.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
Well, look at the Pat get on tonight, you guys.
Yes, he was on tonight. He left.
Yeah, I was on.
After explained everything. I don't have a problem with that. I mean, he can explain whatever he wants to explain. We're not obliged to fill up 2 or 3 hours.
Okay. I didn't know whether he was on there or not, because I get a chance.
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He went through the latest docs real quick, and, he's tired, I'm sure.
Yeah, this stuff over
All right.
there.
I'm going to try. I'm hooking up now to the EFTPS, and I'm redoing it for business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first thing it says to log on for business, you have to put it says EIN for business. So that would be the estate EIN number goes in there, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to do this. I'll mute.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going, y'all.
Okay, thanks, Bill.
Thanks,
All
Bill.
right.
Thanks,
All right.
Tom. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Okay, and I'll turn off the recording and post it.